one of the statements y'all heard me say in staff meeting after staff meeting, I'm more interested in what than how. There it is right here. Unhealthy church cultures micromanage the how. That's what that is. That's the how. See, that's a controlling person. They have to control every part of the process. Either you can't do it as good as them or you can't do it right. They have to control it. That is the controlling personality. And eventually people either rebel against that controlling personality, or if their jobs are at stake, they just clam up and shut up. That's what they do. One of the first times that ever happened to me at Victory, it involved Deacon Armstrong. Absolute true story. Visionaries see things, and I'm grateful that y'all do not require to see everything that I see. Thank you for that. Because sometimes God is just dealing directly with me, and y'all have to respect that. You know, I'll hear you, but you gotta allow me to move as I feel the Spirit guiding me. Remember Acts 16, y'all are Bible scholars, and in Acts 16, I won't make it a test in the interest of time. It is clear in Acts 16 that Luke joined the Apostle Paul. Anybody know why off the top of their head?
As it says, it referred to him. Yeah, it referred to him as being with them at that point. It wasn't just a recordation.
It became we.
Right. Yeah, we. That's
we're from Adam.
We. Yeah. And that's and there's some.
Yeah.
Up to this point, you don't even know that Luke is not with them. But when Paul gets this vision that God gives to him only, and then Luke said, he didn't. I'm like, but the vision didn't come to you. They trusted that God was talking to Paul, and that's when we know. Bible scholars say that's when Luke joined them, and he wrote the book because it's Luke Acts. So having said that, within the first 3-4 years, remember we used to have the brother nights out. We used to have before in the basement we had brothers night out.
And chili.
And we'd have chili. I mean, I learned something about men. They may get saved, but they still brothers. We like greasy stuff. We don't want no tablecloths.
Chili.
We don't want no tablecloths. We want to eat Polishes, and y'all don't say nothing.
With the onions on them.
And we were even putting on United UFC, that fighting stuff, and watch that. And then I would go into materials. It was great. But after a couple of years of doing it, the Holy Spirit began to guide me, I think, to go another direction. I'm trying to help y'all with leadership. But when I mentioned it to Armstrong, he was like, he listened to me very patiently and said, well, Pastor, I don't agree with you. I think we should continue doing it this way. Now, at that point, as a leader, I could have just said, well, I'll override you. See, we have to understand that Arnold's been using a term that's a critical term in some of these meetings. It's called a teachable moment. Sometimes I'll let some of you fail in certain things because you can grow and learn. I'm not going to let you, it's not going to be huge stuff. Like you don't teach a child not to walk across the street down 87th Street, Lincoln Highway. I mean, you find a test that's appropriate that if it fails, it's not going to destroy them, right? So what I did with Elder Armstrong, he'll tell you, just go ask me. He remembers it. I said, we'll do it your way. And we did. I said, and I didn't have no animosity. As a matter of fact, in my heart, I said, maybe he's right. Maybe I'm wrong. It's going well. Well, about 3 months later, Elder Armstrong came into church, had a meeting with me. He said, Pastor, you were right. And I was wrong. I didn't say it. See, I tried to tell you. What I told him was this. I said, well, Elder, I wish I'd had enough respect from you that you could have just went with me the first time on it. I never had another issue with him. Never did. Because that was a teachable moment for him. Y'all are leaders. You got to give people teachable moments. If it's all about you and control, you're going to find you lose that very, very quickly. Some failure is good. We are going to have failures as we now try to move from physical to online. There's got to be some things we handle wrong. There's got to be some things we thought we knew that we didn't get. I don't plan to be. Now, I'm going to tell you what now, don't come with me no 10 or 20-something $1,000. You better be really walking close to Jesus on them kind of things that I'm gonna buy into doing. Because I don't have a problem buying into them. Shalane had to sell me on the updates on the website and getting it done. I have not regretted it. It was the right move. But when we were super broke like that, I was like, you sure the Lord telling you to do this? I did. And some of you got the same story with other stuff here. I'll do it. But you have to be clear now. This is the church way. These are people who tithe money. This is my time. if you're gonna say things like that, really make sure it needed. Make sure you've done your job. What frustrates me is to spend it and you didn't do your due diligence. That's not my job. That's your job. And give me the pros and cons. It's my job to find the money. I got no issue with that. But don't later come back, because that's why I didn't do well in corporate. I didn't do well with, after I found all the money and you jack it all up, I didn't do well with that. It wasn't because I was judging the failure, it's because I was clear due diligence wasn't followed, that the people didn't put the work in it, because I could see where it went wrong and I wasn't even involved in it. So all you got to do your upfront work, and I trust you for that.